Welcome, bass players. So, today we're going to go over a new song. It's called Ode to Joy, and it was written by Ludwig van Beethoven. And this is actually a big year. 2020 is a big year for Beethoven because it's his 250th birthday. So he was born in December of 1770. So, and if you'll just to put that in context, he was born in Germany. But in this country, Paul Revere wrote in 1775. So Paul Revere wrote 5 years after Beethoven was born. So anyway, just to give you some context of 1770, okay? So now this is Ode to Joy. It's the first line of Ode to Joy. Just to remind ourselves, this is called the bass clef right here, the bass clef, and then the middle line is our open D. So we have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and high D. Okay, and you'll notice the C. This C has a line through it. That's one ledger line, and then the high D actually sits on top of that ledger line. Okay, but lucky for us, Ode to Joy only uses 5 notes: D, E, F, G, and A. Those are the only 5 notes that we're going to use today. And so you'll notice the sheet that I had you guys print out has 6 lines, okay? Today we're going to go over the first and second line, but we're fortunate because the second line is identical to the fourth and the sixth line. So all of the even lines are exactly the same, okay? And then in the next video we'll go over lines 3 and lines 5, okay? But today, this is what I wrote out here is line 1, okay? So if you want to just take the actually I would like you to take the page that you printed out and write down the notes, the letters for the first line, and then pause this video, do that, and come back to it. Come back to this video. We're going to go over the notes right now. So you'll notice this line right here. If you're going to count from the bottom, we do grizzly bears don't fool around. So the fourth line is F, right? So that note begins on F. So the notes are F, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, D, E, F, F, E, E. Okay, so and you'll notice something too. All of these notes are quarter notes. Ta 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 ta. Now the next note here, it looks like a quarter note, but it's got a little dot on it. That dot is actually it turns this note into a dotted quarter note. So it's kind of, instead of a regular quarter note, it's a dotted quarter note, and we add a half a count to the quarter note. So instead of 1 count, it gets 1.5 counts. So it's a little bit longer than a regular quarter note. So if I was to say the rhythm here, ta, 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 long, ti, ta, okay? And I think you're going to feel it when we play it. So this is a dotted quarter note, an eighth note. That's why I said T there, only 1/8 note. That's why it has that little flag on the bottom. And then this right here is a regular quarter note, and then a quarter rest at the end of the line. And over the quarter rest, you can put a little apostrophe or a comma, and that's going to be a bow lift. We call it a bow lift. It's when you come back to the frog for the next line, okay? And I'll play that for you. So again, this is the first line, and the second line of the piece is exactly the same except for the last 3 notes. Instead of F, E, E, you'll notice the notes are 1 note lower. So the second line ends with E, D, D, okay? And that's the same with the fourth and the sixth line. They're the same as the second line, okay? So I'm going to go over this right now. Now I'm going to play it one way here. And remember, the 5 notes that we're using is D, E, F, G, and A. Okay, so this is the beginning of the piece. We're starting on F sharp, 4 fingers in the D string. Ready? Here it is. Lift, set. And then another bow lift, okay? Good. So, and now that was the one way. Now I'd like you to try this. Now get used to that. Play that, with the open G and the A. All right, F, F, G, A. But now I want you to try to play this whole line only on the D string. And so we have to figure out how to play a G and an A on the D string. So what I want you to do, you'll notice F sharp is right here, right? 4 fingers in the D string. That's an F sharp. A G, meaning open G. You want to play that note on the D string? Well, that's an F sharp. 1/2 step down from the F sharp is right there. So you're going to put your first finger there, and then your pinky is going to be on an A. So that's a G and an A. See? They should sound exactly the same. G, and then fourth finger's A. And you'll notice when you put your fourth finger on that spot, it's the same spot as a high D, right, on the G string. So when you put your fourth finger on the D string for an A, it's in the same tape, the same spot on the string for a high D on the G string. So high D and A are directly across. So you're going to go like this. F, F, G, A, G, F, E. But you have to shift, right? And shift with your elbow, right? Drop your elbow and go up with your elbow every time. So you're going to be in first position. And we call this, actually, we call it third position. All right? So F, F, G, A, G. And you just stay on the D string the whole time. Because remember, how many notes are in this song? Only 5. D, E, F, G, and A. So instead of playing open G and A, you're going to go right on the D string, stay on the D string. Okay? And then just you'll get used to shifting down for fourth finger. F, G, F, F, G, and A there, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's an added challenge. So if you want to embrace that challenge and go for it, go for it. If you want to just play it in first position, meaning with going to the G string, that's fine too. Hope you try it both ways though, okay? Talk to you soon. Bye now.